updates option is missing in WordPress, whether for WordPress core, themes, and plugins, don't worry. In this video, I will explain why this happened and walk you through step-by-step solutions to fix it. So let's first discuss why the auto update option is missing. There are several reasons for that. First is WordPress version. Auto updates were introduced in WordPress version 5.5. So make sure you're running 5.5 on your versions. Second is hosting restrictions. Some hosting providers might disable auto updates by default. Third, theme or plugin setting. Auto updates might be turned off for specific themes or plugins. Fourth, PHP issue. An outdated PHP version can block the updates. Finally, manual setting. A custom setting in configuration file might be blocking the updates. So these are the main issues that might be preventing auto updates in your website. So let's discuss them one by one. Before enabling auto updates, keep these things in mind. WordPress core updates are usually safe. Themes and plugin updates can sometimes break your site. Always keep backup before making any major changes. And if you ask me, I would recommend you to update it manually. Now that we have discussed the risk, let's go through each of these issues and fix them one by one. So the first thing we need to do is check and update the WordPress version. To check the WordPress version, for that, go to Dashboard. Here you will find Updates. Click on it and check if a new version is available. If you see the message, switch to Automatic Updates. Click on it. Then you will see this message, switch to automatic updates for maintenance and security releases. This means small fixes are installed automatically, but major updates are not. To enable full auto updates, click Enable Automatic Update for all new versions of WordPress. This only applies to WordPress core. For plugins and themes, follow the next steps. Hover over the Plugins tab. Select Install Plugins and check if you see the Auto Updates option. If you don't see it, click the screen option that you can find at the top right and check if Auto Updates is enabled. If I disable it, the Auto Updates disappear from here. So make sure that it is enabled over here. And if the option is missing in the screen options, your hosting provider might have disabled it. Okay, so here's a quick tip. You will only see the auto updates option when an update is available for that plugin. Some plugins do not support auto updates, which I will explain at the end of the video. Now for themes, go to Appearance, select Themes, and here you can see Enable Auto Update option for Astra because only Astra has a new version available. If the auto updates option is missing here, again, check with your hosting provider. Some hosting providers disable auto updates by default for security reasons. Check your hosting provider's dashboard setting. If the option is not there, contact your hosting support. And if the host doesn't provide auto updates, don't worry, I will show you how to do it manually later in the video. So the next step is to check the PHP version. So to check the PHP version, go to Tools, select Site Health. Okay, so here it is running the analysis and you can see the suggestions for the improvement. If the PHP version was outdated, then you could have seen the warning here. Now to check what PHP version you're on, simply select Info, scroll down to the server option, and here you can see the PHP, that is 8.1.31. If needed, update PHP to version 7.4 or higher from your hosting dashboard. Some hosts disable auto updates if your PHP version is outdated. So make sure it is up to date. Now, I will show you the easiest method to enable auto updates, that is using plugins. You can use Easy Updates Manager or WP Auto Updater. Let's first install Easy Updates. Install Easy Updates Manager or WP Auto Updater. Let's install Easy Updates Manager. Once installed, you can see Managed by Easy Updates text beside the plugins. Now, hover over Dashboard and now you can see Updates option. Click on it and you will see the Easy Updates dashboard. From here, you can enable or disable all updates for WordPress. Here you can even decide what to update and what to not, be it WordPress core updates, themes, plugins, translation. For example, in the theme updates, if I disable theme updates, first let me show you that we're getting this notification. So, if I disable theme updates, I will no longer receive a notification of new update. So this is how it works. If you want it to update automatically, click on auto updates. You can also decide per theme. It allows you to decide which theme you want to update automatically. I'm going to select manually, where I have to update the theme manually. And I think this is the safest option because you have to make sure that the theme is compatible with your WordPress version, PHP. I mean, compatibility matters. And if it's not compatible, your site might break. However, if you want to manage the auto updates, you can use this Easy Updates Manager. It gives you the control you want and it is extremely beginner friendly. Now let's talk about WP Auto Updater. It also works just like Easy Updates. Let me uninstall this and let's install WP Auto Updater. Once installed, you can see it in the plugin list. Hover over dashboard and select Auto Updater and you will be taken to Auto Updated dashboard. Just like Easy Manager, you can decide WordPress core, update, minor, major, etc. You can even preview the update process chart from here for better understanding. Select either to update it manually or automatically for themes, plugins, translation. And select which theme, plugins you don't want to update automatically. And in the notification, select if you want to receive updates notification from WordPress, themes, plugins, etc. I mean, you have unlimited control. So this is best option for beginners. Now that you know how you can enable it using plugins, let's discuss how you can enable it manually. Before using any of these methods, make sure to create a backup of your site. There are chances of your website getting crashed or breaking, so it is better to have a backup. You can use plugins like Updraft Plus or Blogvault, so make sure to create a backup before using any of these methods. Now let's see how we can enable it manually. Many of the users do not have access to cPanel, so you can edit the file using an FTP client like FileZilla. Download and install a FileZilla if you haven't. To connect your website, you have to add your FTP credentials. You can find this in your hosting dashboard or ask your hosting provider. After inserting it, click Quick Connect to access your site's file. Now scroll down till you find wp-config.php. Once you find it, left click on it. Select View Edit. Once the download is completed, it will ask you to open the file. I'm going to open the file on Notepad. Now you can see the file here. If there is a line define automatic updater disabled true, then delete it or simply change the true to false because this is the code that is preventing the auto updates option. Let me show you. Suppose I have this line over here. Saving it by Ctrl S, selecting yes. And now let's have a look. Let's refresh the site. Now you won't be able to see the auto updates here, not for plugins, themes or anything. So again, if you have this line, delete it or simply change the true to false. Changing it false. Ctrl and S to save the file. Now let's have a look. Now you will see the auto updates option for all of them. So that's it. This is how you can manually enable or disable the auto updates option. So choose the one which you think is the best for you. Now let's discuss why some plugins do not offer auto updates. So plugins like WP Rocket, Elementor Pro and Xpro Pro do not offer auto updates. Why? Because auto updates happen without any supervision, which means it can cause unexpected errors. Developers want the users to manually review the update first to ensure compatibility. Secondly, Premium plugins require an active license key for updates. Thirdly, plugins installed outside the WordPress repository may not support the auto updates. So for plugins that don't support auto updates, always check the changelog before updating to avoid compatibility issues. You can find that changelog in the WordPress dashboard under plugins. Select install plugins. Here you can find this view detail option. Click on it and you will find all the details about that plugin. Or on the plugin's official website. So you can review this and decide if you want the update or not. And that's how you can fix the missing auto updates option in WordPress. If you like this video, then don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more amazing videos.